Hi, and welcome to this forward fold focused flow. So this yoga practice is going to be all about deepening your forward fold. We will test out your forward fold at the start and the end, and you can feel how warming up the body and stretching out the key muscles is going to help you work towards a more open, more straight leg forward fold. So what's really important to protect the back when we are practicing deep forward folds and leg stretches is that we are engaging Mula Bandha. So this is the root lock in yoga. We imagine a black hole or a vortex behind the navel, and imagine that black hole is drawing up everything from the perineum, the pelvis, the hips, the tailbone, drawing it all in and together. And this is a sliding scale, so sometimes we can engage just a little bit, and sometimes we will really engage a lot, for example, when we're holding the breath. So starting by just sitting in a comfortable seated position, arrive in your breath. Take a moment to become fully present in this moment, pressing pause on everything else that's going on. And then start to feel a gentle pull inwards and up from the very base of your pelvis and in and up to just behind your belly button. This can be really tricky to understand in the beginning, so if you're new to it, just be gentle on yourself. Just try and work towards finding that engagement in your root so that the navel and down are hugging in and engaging. And you can practice as you breathe, and throughout this practice, hugging in all of that space in your body. So we'll start standing at the top of the mat. Just take a few little rolls with the shoulders. Roll the head from side to side, bringing that gentle movement into the neck. And then breathe in, take the hands out and up. Reach into the fingers, even come onto the tippy toes. And then as you exhale, swan dive it all the way down into a forward fold with the knees bent. Breathe in as you roll up, tucking the chin. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, dive it down. Bend the knees. Breathe in, roll up, hug in your lower belly. Keep rolling. Reach up to the sky, exhale, fold into that bent knee, forward fold once again. And then in your bent knee, forward fold, feel your feet grounding into the earth. Imagine roots from the three main points of your feet, so the heel, the outer pinky toe joint, and the big toe joint. And then come to the forward fold. You can come to where the belly is on the thighs. So you might need the knees really deeply bent for this. This is the measure of where you are with your forward fold. So to be able to keep the belly on the thighs and be in the forward fold. If you are straightening the legs and just hanging over with a big space between the belly and the thighs, then you are at risk of hurting your lower back. So keep the knees bent as long as you can get the belly onto the thighs. So this is your measure now, and we'll see how different it is at the end of this practice. Starting by just swaying the body from side to side, finding that hinge from the hip creases, and taking the weight into one foot and then the other, and then taking the weight forward into the balls of the feet and then back into the heels. Keep finding that lift up and in from behind your belly button. And then from here, plant the hands, stepping it back into a downward facing dog. So you might want to tuck the tailbone here, or really open the chest and have the hips lifting to the sky, whichever works better for you. If you need a bend in the knees, then you can take it. Just make sure you're pushing all the weight back into your legs and out of your shoulders. You want your gaze towards your belly button and the ribs hugging inwards as much as you can as you draw up from behind your navel. And in your downward dog, you can pedal out the feet, bending one knee and then the other, moving the hips from one side over to the other. And then from here, breathe in, take the right leg back and up. Exhale, draw it all the way forward as you engage through your core. Bring your right foot between the hands. Bring your left knee down. Inhale in your low lunge with the fingertips tented on the mat. Exhale, send the hips back for a half split position. Warming up the back of the leg. Breathe in, come forward. Exhale, send it back. And one more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back. Breathe in, come forward. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. Draw up through the lower belly. And then tuck your back knee up towards the sky. Engage the thigh and reach up into your high crescent lunge. Belly in, hips squaring forward. Reach towards the sky. A couple of nice full breaths in this very strong crescent lunge. Right knee is over the ankle. Keep your gaze fixed in front of you. Stop any unnecessary movements. Find stillness in the pose. And then with your next exhale, turn the back foot open, coming to a warrior two. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten through the front leg, coming to a triangle, keeping a micro bend in the front knee if you need it. Breathe in, slide the shoulders forward, keep the hips where they are, and open up into triangle pose, using your core to hold you up, not dumping weight into this bottom hand. Pressing the back of the right hand into the inner calf. Look up towards the top thumb if that's okay on the neck, or just look out to the side. Feel the stretch through the legs. And then from here, windmill the hands down and step it back to plank. We'll take a vinyasa. Breathing in here, exhale, chaturanga, and push into the hands for upward facing dog. Lift the chin, look up, exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset in your downward facing dog. A deep breath in and a long exhale out, breathing through the nose the whole time. And then with your next inhale, reach the left leg high, engage the core, scoop the knee forward, step it between the hands, bring the right knee down. Inhale in your low lunge, feel it in the hip flexor, belly hugging inwards. Exhale, hips go back. Breathe in, come forward. Exhale, send the hips back. And a couple more times with your breath as much as you can. Exhale, send it back. Two more. And breathing in once again, come forward, tuck the back, tuck the right knee up towards the ceiling, engage the thigh, breathe in, come up into your crescent lunge, belly hugging in, sucking up from behind your belly button, in and up, and then reaching up with the fingers, keeping your gaze in front of you, hips square, back leg really strong. Couple of full breaths here in the lunge. Hug the ribs in. Make sure you're not dumping weight into your lower back. Hug everything in and up. And then shift the back foot open to your warrior two. Gaze over the front fingers and straighten through the front leg. Breathe in as you slide the shoulders forward. Exhale, open up to triangle. A couple of full breaths here. And then windmill the hands down, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward slightly, come down, hug the elbows back and in, and then up into your upward facing dog. Push into the hands, thighs are strong towards the ceiling. Exhale, push back to downward dog. And from here, breathe in, reach the right leg high once again. Scoop it forward, step it between the hands, look forward, and then shift your weight forward into that front foot and take the hands tented just slightly in front of the foot, coming to your standing splits position, drawing the left toes up towards the ceiling. Try even pointing that top foot as you keep bringing the body closer towards the standing leg. You might just have the legs in a right angle position. That's totally okay, wherever it comes for you. Breathe in and exhale, release, come to your forward fold once again. Feel it already opening up a little more, feel more flexibility in the legs. Plant the hands, find your downward facing dog once again. And breathing in, reach the left leg as high as it can go. Bring it forward, step it between the hands. Look forward, tent the fingers and step up into your standing splits. And you'll see I'm much less flexible on my left leg. So my right leg doesn't come as high as it did on the other side. That's totally okay. Might be the other way around for you. Really engage and point into the lifted foot. And then bending the leg, come back down with control into your forward fold. Feeling really open now in the backs of the legs. We will take the hands underneath the heels. As much as you can, hug the backs of the elbows around the backs of the calves and hug the elbows around the backs of the calves, sending the shoulders back and have the toes pointing in the same, have the fingers pointing in the same direction as the toes. Lift your sitting bones towards the sky and glue your belly to the thighs. Again, keep the bend in your knees if you need it. And then you can bring your forehead to the shins. Find the breath here. And exhale, release. And now find yourself back in your forward fold, testing it out again. Does it feel different to at the beginning of this class? Can you get your belly even more onto the thighs? Can you straighten your legs towards the sky? Remember, if we detach our minds from the objective we are working towards and focus on the process, we'll get to where we want to be much sooner. And now you can bend into the knees and make your way down to a seated position, finding a comfortable seat on your mat, ready to close off this practice. Taking the hands to the thighs or the knees, close your eyes, find your breath in through the nose, let it go out through the nose. And now I invite you to bring your hands to heart center, bow your head. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Know that practice and all is coming. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you felt you made some progress in this practice and that you're feeling so much more flexible in the hamstrings and the backs of the legs. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.